Hi, everybody. Who is here with us from U.Experience? It's Daniela, Marcia.
Hello, Professor. Good morning.
Hello, good morning. How are you?
I'm fine. Let's see.
So to start, I will share my screen. Okay, welcome. My name is Elio, and we will be talking about funding and raising capital, episode 4. But we will split this presentation in 2 parts. In the first part, I will present myself and ask you to present and to show your ideas, preferably if you have, of course, I think that you have a pitch deck ready to, and you are probably willing to show to me what is your ideas. So let's start with the first part of our presentation. In the beginning, I will show and tell about who I am, and later, after, I will tell you some tips about how to present your business idea with confidence. That is an objective of this class. And later, you will tell me who you are, and you will practice one time again your pitch, because I want to know what do you have in mind, what's your idea, business idea to this program. So, and later in the second part, we will be talking about crowdfunding, crowdsourcing, mezzanine financing, bridge loans, and IPO. This is our agenda for today. So who I am? I like to tell about the 2 things, because who I am is not what do I do. So I split this presentation in 2 parts because I think that is important to know who you are, and later what do you do. And I was born in Cambuquira. It's a little town close to Varginha, 50 kilometers from here, from Varginha, where I am now. I am married to Jane for 30 years. I love good music, not a specific style of music and genre of music, but every good music is good to my ears. I am a good listener. And I like to find waterfalls here in the region. We have a lot of them. And I like to hike in the middle of the trees and the forests here. I am a craft beer hunter. I look for special beers, and I like it a lot. And I am a nerd. Yes, in the private life and in professional life, I define myself as a nerd, and because I do nerd stuff, you will see in a moment. What do? I am a professor. I define myself as a professor because I am professor for 30 years. I am a researcher. I'm a writer. I have a bunch of books that they don't sell a lot. I don't. I'm not a rich writer, but I'm trying. I'm trying hard. One day, maybe. I am a TED speaker. I had the opportunity to give 2 talks in TED events. And I am an entrepreneur. I have a hub, accelerator in a hub, an innovation hub. I will tell more later. And professionally, I am a nerd. Again. And we'll see. I am recently I became a futurist. A guy that study the future and the scenarios, and this is very interesting area, and for the innovators and to entrepreneurs, it's very interesting to know how to study the future. Is possible. I assure you, it's possible. But I am trainee, so if I made some mistake with my vision of the future, it's because I am just a trainee. not a senior futurist. He's okay. In terms of study, I have a PhD in production engineering at Universidade Federal de São Carlos, São Paulo. In the field of study was innovation and technology management. I have a master's degree in production engineer also in Universidade Federal de Santa Catarina, Florianópolis, and the field of media and knowledge. This is the recent studies, most recent studies, formal studies that I had. And what do I do for a living? Okay, I am a professor at Escola Nacional de Administração Pública. Now we are virtually working, but it's in Brasilia. I am professor at Universidade Federal de Alfenas, Varginha campus. And in this university, I am president of the Curator Council. I am member of the Innovation Agency of the university. And I am founder and head of innovation of the hub that I mentioned before. That is an innovation hub and an accelerator specialized in ag techs and food techs. And because of this initiative, I became a community leader of Inovativa Brasil, that is the biggest accelerator program in Latin America. And I was mentor of the ALI, Agentes Locais de Inovação, Sebrae, Minas Gerais. And I am referee of two grants, Prêmio Inova MG and Prêmio de Inovação na Gestão Pública from INEP, this Escola Nacional de Administração Pública. So I do a lot of things beyond this, but I have some stuff that I do also. I started a laboratory here in Unifal that is called Public Policies for Smarter Cities, Smart People Building Smart Cities. That is an initiative that we can gather, put together all the research that we do about cities and innovation in cities. This is a very huge program. And I was part of a contest in 2018 called Fame Lab for Scientific Communication. And I was one of the 30 semi-finalists of this. I am very proud of this because I was the oldest guy in the group of scientists there. I have a podcast called AGVcast, where we talk about innovation in technology, technology to agribusiness and agtechs and food techs. And I am a YouTuber. I have a channel in YouTube called U.Glitch with some nerd stuff, basically nerd stuff. If you like this, go there, subscribe to my channel. Okay, let's start. And later you will introduce yourself, because I will give you some tips, because when you introduce yourself, I will ask you to also give your pitch of your company, and you can use these tips to improve your presentation. I think that I could some kind of collaboration I can give you with some simple tips about this specific aspect that is confidence in your presentation. Even if you have a good pitch deck, please use these tips to give your pitch. First tip, believe in your idea. It seems like an obvious thing, but you firmly believe in your idea. Do you? Can people trust in you when you talk about your idea? Have you tested your idea sufficiently in front of the mirror, in front of your family, in front of your friends and your wife and girlfriend and husband? You have to train yourself to believe in your idea, because ideas, if you don't believe in it, of course, you cannot convince, you cannot bring the confidence to the other people, to the audience, believe in your idea. And this is not so common when you start to thinking an idea and when you didn't put your idea at proof. So believe in your idea is the first step to convince people to believe in your idea. It's simple, it's too simple. But sometimes we do not firmly believe. We have some doubts. And when we have some doubts, we must to train. We must to use every opportunity to show your idea and to contest and to try it in, because this is what you are selling. You are a seller. You're not telling a story. We will talk about it soon. Believe in you, of course, because if you don't believe in you, who will? But why to tell this again? It's obvious that I have to believe in me. Because sometimes the people who will invest and to believe in your idea, it's not obviously interested in this specific idea that you have, but is specific interested in you as entrepreneur, in as the people, the person that will transform an idea in a business, in transform an idea in an innovation, a real innovation. So you have to show your persona, you have to be trustable, to show how trusty you are to carry this work to transform this idea or any other idea in something that is real, in something that could be experienced by the market, by the society. So these two tips, they look very obvious, but sometimes we had to hear again some obvious things. Know everything about your market. Of course, you study a lot, but I am sure that you don't know everything about your market. But you tell me, but anybody can know everything about the market, but know everything you can know, everything you get, everything. And this is important also because sometimes everything that you have access is not enough to know everything about the market. So deep inside with diverse points of view. So is why it's important to repeat and to pitch again and again and again, because every time you pitch, you have a different audience, a diverse point of view and contributions from people from areas that you don't know, where you don't belong, and you will improve your idea. I like very much an author, Steven Johnson, and he has a book that I love, this book, that's Where the Good Ideas Come From. If you can get access to this book, please read it, buy it, because it's exceptional. Where good ideas come from. And what Steven Johnson tells us in this book, he tells that the good ideas didn't born ready. They grow along the time, they grow and grow, and they enrich with the confrontation. They get better every time, sometimes hear you and contest your idea, and you can improve with the comments, with the criticism, all those collaboration. And sometimes it's not intentional collaboration. It's not just to hear a mentor to tell you what to have to do, but sometimes it's a critical person. Sometimes it's a competitor. And this competitor, when he disbelieves in your idea and you have to prove that you trust in your idea, is this time you are growing your knowledge about the idea, the market, the business, and this is very, very important. Maybe the first tip is more important. Believe in your idea. The second more important. Believe in you. The third one is listen. Here, be open, be open, be open. even if you think that someone tried to destroy your idea, to destroy your initiative, probably is not because this person wants to do, this guy wants to do it, but use this opportunity to improve and to grow in quality your idea to be a really, really good idea. And as I told you before, you are selling something, not just telling a story. So when you pitch something, you can tell a story, but remember, you are selling. Even if what you're selling is a story, you are selling the story. So the position when you are pitching is not to tell a story to entertain people, but you have to be focused in selling. Even if you are not selling the product, but you're selling the idea, you are convincing people, you are trying to get support from people, support, technical, financial support from people. Sometimes you have to convince people to work with you. You need partners, you need collaborators. So, and what do I do if I just tell the story and I don't tell what I'm selling? What do I want to sell to you? And the last but not the less important tip, beyond selling your business and your products, you are selling your persona. Don't misunderstand us selling your soul or your body, but you are selling your persona. You as an entrepreneur, in a person able to transform ideas in something that could be in the market, because this is innovation. To have ideas is not innovation, but to transform ideas in products and services, in businesses. So this is innovation. And if you are telling about your business, but you are not telling about you as entrepreneur, you are losing an opportunity to show people how capable, how able you are to this idea and to any other idea that you could transform and to transform or to change your idea or to adopt other ideas. But what is your persona? Can you have other initiatives, or you are interested just in this idea? So beyond selling your business, selling your persona as entrepreneur. So just these tips, I think that they are enough to start your presentations. And I think I wish you put some of these tips inside your pitch that you will pitch me right now. But before you pitch, please, your company, your business, or your idea, I would like to know your name, of course. Yeah. Where are you? Tell me about your education status and your professional experience, just a little bit. If this is in your pitch, no problem. Okay. And what do you have in mind with this program, with the International Incubator Program? What your object, you aim to be in India and the next part of the program, or you are participating just this this part of the program? So I want to hear about you. This is your time. And I will suggest that I will start my sharing here. I will suggest that we use we have just two participants, so we'll be fast and quick. Who will want to start? Make yourself at home and choose who wants to start first.
You want to go for it, Marcos? I can be last.
Okay, sure. Can I see the screens that the topics that you?
Okay. I will share it.
I'm sorry for my pet-friendly home office.
No problem. The new normal.
Yeah, it is. I'm Marcos. I'm called by my surname, Caixeta. I used to be known by Caixeta. I am at Uberlândia in Minas Gerais state. I was graduated on computer science in 2002 and post-graduated on project management in 2007. And since 2011, I've been trying to be an entrepreneur. I was a developer until then, to 2011. And then I built my first company, 2011, tried to work it out, but it wasn't a very nice topic of software development, but I didn't get much clients. From 2012 to 2015, for 3 years, I worked, I developed a company on real estate advertisements, basically Viva Real or Zap Imóveis, but I couldn't quite grow here at my city. So I ended this company in 2015. From 2015 to 2018, I was working with logistics consultancy. I did some work for companies that provide services for logistics like Move Mais, Brasil Prepagos. They work with freight payment and sorry, I can't tell that in English, but it's pedágio, vale pedágio. I don't remember. And since 2019, I've been working with Uptime I saw that there is an opportunity on the market that companies usually plan their transportation, either cargo or passenger transportation. They do it manually. They work with some spreadsheets, but basically their decision on how to transport goods are manually made. So that's when I came with the idea of Uptime. I developed it. And since then, I've been working with this kind of optimization for transport. And I do believe that this program INP will help us to make other countries know that we're developing such a tool. What we're doing now applies to any country in the world because everybody works with transportation, public transportation, employees transportation, student transportation, cargo transportation for delivery or collection. So we are basically a worldwide needs. So I think that this is a big opportunity for us to show what we're doing, to try to help other countries solve their issues on transportation. That's why I believe that this program we are in now will help us grow abroad.
Thank you, Marcus. And Krishna, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. So my name is Krishna. I was born in Campina Grande, Paraíba, in northeast of Brazil. So basically, right now I'm in Pindamonhangaba, the state of São Paulo, with my father. I'm a representative of Samvida Pay, which is a fintech company, yeah, and also Sangeeta Market, which is a marketplace that is the project which we are going forth in this program. I moved out of Brazil when I was 12 years old. I went to India and I studied middle school over there. I finished up middle school over there and was also a monk for 5 years in a monastery in India where there's no electricity, we would live, a much more simple lifestyle and study the basics, right, of mathematics and English. But mostly, we worked on understanding better about land, about developing our character, and obviously spiritual pursuits. Um, After my stay over there, I lived some time in Kenya, in Africa. I was doing some voluntary service over there, and also in England, where doing also some voluntary service, distributing food, right, going to different places that for people who are in need, and distributing food and clothes. And then I came back to Brazil and finished up high school, right? As a monk, I wasn't studying a high school course, right? So I came here to Taubaté and I finished a supletivo. Um, and I don't remember exactly the name of the school, yeah, that I finished. But right now I'm studying business studies in the Morumbi IMB University. And I'm a translator. I translate books from English to Portuguese. And I also work with my dad's company that we have a publishing press, yeah, that we print different spiritual articles and books. So I work as in different departments of this company, and I'm representing my father's fintech and his startup, right, Sangita and Sanvida Pay, as he doesn't speak English. And our goal and purpose that we have in mind with INP is to bring forth our ideas and our innovations, not only here in Brazil, but also in India, and also to gain more experience with Dr. Sanjit, Minu, and all of you who have a lot of experience in this market and who can even more contribute for understanding and therefore improve our business and become a better startup. So yeah, that's.
Thank you very much, Krishna. I was wondering here if Krishna is a very common name in Paraíba.
No, it's not.
But now I understand why you are Krishna Lopes. And I will be visiting Paraíba next month. I will be in João
Really?
Pessoa, for the first time for leisure, for
That's really
to
nice.
to taste the salty water that I am missing this kind of experience from
That's really
2
nice.
or 3 years of.
That's really nice. I'll be there in November. I'll be visiting my grandmother.
Okay.
Have a nice
And
holiday.
I wonder if you want to pitch maybe a 3 minute speech of your business, your idea, Marcus and Krishna.
Sure. Marcus, would you like to go first?
Oh, actually, I talked a little bit. I don't know what else I could add, but basically we develop an algorithm for transportation optimization, either for passengers or cargo. We found out that these companies that do this kind of work manually, we can improve their logistics by, well, actually we can decrease their logistics costs by 10 to 30% just by optimizing this process. Well, basically it was a little bit of that, what I said in my presentation. If you, I don't know how much you know about this kind of job in logistics, the transportation part, but if you have any questions that I could answer, please be my guest and just send them. We can talk about it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
And Krishna.
Okay, so basically, I think my mic is off. My mic is off? No, it's on. So basically, we were in the market for some time, right? We had a website called Sankirtana Shop, and we would sell different articles from India and also books, right? Religious related books. And we saw that we had this site for like over 10 years. We saw that obviously, especially during the pandemic, there was a big boost in the internet selling and distribution of these articles, right? All over Brazil, in our community, right? Of our religious community and also in other different religious community. So we saw the necessity of creating instead of competing with different marketplaces and different websites, we saw as an opportunity to create a platform where people can have their own stores, right? And they can sell their own products cost-free, right? The only payment which they have, and the way how we also collect money from the from those stores is through the transactions, right? So we saw this as an opportunity, and we created the store to have our competitors basically working with us, in certain way. So we have created the store, and also in one sense, then we thought like, how can we make things easier in relation to the distribution of cash, right, of money. So we have created a fintech system, right? It's called Sanvida Pay, where we not only have payment solutions for online businesses, but also physical, right? We also have our little machines that you can passar o cartão. You can you got it right. And basically, we came up with the solutions, right? And also we have a system called a split system, where basically like once, let's say you have a store, right? A client goes to our marketplace, and he buys one product from one store, and he buys another product from another store, and from, let's say, 4 different stores, right? But he only does one transaction. Like most places, right? Obviously, there's also solutions for this. There's other companies that work this way. But mostly, what we have in the market right now at this moment is that they receive the money from the client, and they have they have a group of people who distribute the money, right, for those they are supposed to go to. But with the split system, it immediately goes through to the place where it's supposed to go. In this way, there's less cost, right, of people who to manage these transactions, and it's completely safe. It's completely automatic. So we have come up with a system, right? It's already functioning in our website, and we plan to bring this idea to India, right? Because there's a lot of freelancers over there. There's a lot of small stores that don't have the capability of, let's say, paying, I don't know, X amount of money for a website monthly, when mostly their products are not sold with a lot of frequency, and they have a smaller amount of products. So that's basically our idea of our company.
Thank you, Krishna. And you both are looking for financing or investors in each stage of money you are right now.
That's the thing. We are looking for more investors in relation to this. We have already made some deals with certain companies, but mostly we have already also received the a chave do Banco Central, right? We already registered as a bank, but we lack the funds to, let's say, have transactions. For example, like if credit card transactions, right? We have a credit card and move on to become a more substantial bank. But mostly right now, we don't have a lot of investors in our company.
In my case, we are pre-seed. We're looking for investors, but we're not quite active on searching for them. Investment in Uptime, I think that would be great, because we do need some sort of commercial area here. I'm doing this work now, but I'm not quite too good on selling. So I think that we have to build a better online system for people to try optimization, to use it and see how good it must be for their jobs. So we will use this investment for this development, and also hiring a commercial company or a salesperson for doing this job with us. So we actually know a lot about the concept behind the optimization, but we are not quite good on selling them.
Thank you, Marcus. So we will start our second part of this meeting today, and we
Hello.
will. Oh,
Sorry to
hello.
interrupt.
How
Hi,
are you?
sorry, just sorry to being late. I was on a call with a client and took too much time. So just introducing myself, my name is Ezequiel. I'm from a startup called Pipi, and it was really nice to hear guys and meet you. Yeah, nice.
And please introduce yourself. Where are you? What do you do? What you
Okay.
study? Please. tell us.
Okay, so I am from Rio Grande do Sul. I'm living in São Paulo since 2018. So I am 33 years old, but I am an entrepreneur since I was 16. So about half of my life I have been an entrepreneur. PP is my third business, and PP is a startup that developed a solution to save water in toilets and urinals. It's a biodegradable additive that works specifics on urine and can remove smells, change color, sanitize the toilet, giving a very good smell without using water. So instead of like using 6, 8, 10 liters of water each flush, it's just 1 ml for a solution. And this 1 ml is cheaper than the water used on the flush. So the user can save water and money at the same time. And I have a degree in international business by University of Caxias do Sul, Universidade de Caxias do Sul. And basically it's this. And what I have in mind about MP, it's because we see the Indian market as one of the most promising markets for us, as they have a lot of water issues and scarcity in a lot of regions. And they expect to have about 20 big cities to run out of water until the end of the next year, for example. And that's why we are doing this program, because we can see a huge opportunity on that region. And maybe we can develop something. We have the technology and we know how to do it. Maybe it's interesting to open the market there for us. Yes.
Thank you, Ezequiel. Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Welcome, my pleasure.
Which stage of financing are you now? Are you looking for which kind of money?
So we have a different cycle from regular startups or digital startups. For example, I had the idea of PEEP in March of 2010. We opened the company in 2015, so about 5 years developing the product, etc., the patent, everything else. And we started the sales in November of 2015. So we are about 5 years, a bit more than 5 years in the market. Until now, it's totally bootstrapping way. We started just selling the product before having the product yet. So people start to pay and we produce it, and we are here until now. And now actually we are with we are trying to seek some investment. We are trying to get about 1.3 million Brazilian reais, because we have many opportunities in our doors right now, and we are just 3 people on the team. And okay, we are profitable, but the money that we do is just to keep running the business. And as I don't see people like a lifestyle business or something, I really want to grow and make bigger. I know that I need to get some investment. So that's why we opened this process right now. And we started like 7 days ago, and we have 4 or 5 conversations with investors yet. But yes, we are trying to find someone that help us to grow and believe in us.
Okay, thank you, Ezequiel.
Welcome.
You 3 are experienced in innovation ecosystems and in the environment of financing. So some things that I will tell you, probably you will think that is basic things, but this is what we are planning to show today. So we are talking about some things, and you probably will have a meeting with a lawyer, a specialized lawyer that can help in some things that is specific in some of this kind of contracts that we'll talk about. I am not a lawyer, so I know it by having some contacts with with companies that use this kind of financing and raising capital, but I'm not into the specific details and about the
legal
yes,
area.
the lawyer things, the the lawyer terms that I'm not used to them. But I'm sure that everybody knows what is crowdsourcing and crowdfunding. I want just to maybe to add some things. So some people misunderstand what crowdfunding, and they think this crowdsourcing, but they are two different kind of things. Crowdsourcing is when you have like a joint effort to get something, not specifically paying for this or funding or investing, but just working together as an open source movement to create Linux like that. And of course, I think that the most known example of crowdsourcing is Wikipedia, because Wikipedia doesn't create content to the pedia, and people is freely working for free to create content to contribute to this Wikipedia. So this is crowdsourcing. Crowdfunding is a different thing. In what the difference and also key can be differentiated about two kinds of crowdfunding. We have Kickstarter. I think that everybody knows. When you have an early stage idea that is probably viral, is very popular, a product, a service that people want to have, you can get money through Kickstarter and other kinds of funding, but you have to have something that is irresistible, like the Harry Potter's invisibility cloak or an actual lightsaber that kill people, actually kill people. Oh, just kidding. Nobody wants to kill, but the lightsaber is very interesting thing. So if you can get attention from people, you can obviously get funding, but this funding is not this kind of funding that include equity. Is just people interested in buy the things that you are developing, the products, the goods, or the services that you are developing. So in Kickstarter, we have a lot of movements to help some company to develop what the people want to buy. And other kind of crowdfunding, of course, is the use of small amounts of capital from a large number of individuals to finance a new business venture. Sometimes thousands of people paying $50 bills, $100 bill. Crowdfunding makes use of the easy accessibility of vast networks of people through social media and crowdfunding websites to bring investors and entrepreneurs together. Is an easy way to find people with low budget and want to invest in innovation and to try for the first time. So is a very initial early stage kind of funding. But for the first time, sometimes people use to try crowdfunding as an investor because they don't have this experience. But on the other side, some not early stage startups, but some startups use this kind when they have a very popular product or something that is visible, and you can influence people through the social networks and websites. So it's probably something that could be considered by people that wants to start something with the potential to increase entrepreneurship, and by expanding the pool of investors is very interesting to educate people about investment. I think that is the main benefit that we have in crowdfunding. This is the education about startups and about investments. Okay. So we have Indiegogo and Seed Invest and Start Engine. So they are the main kind of crowdfunding that we have internationally, but we have some new kind of these investors in Brazil. Distrito is one company that have, and Startse have they have I don't remember the name, but Startse, Distrito, and other companies that are accelerators, they launched the platforms, crowdfunding platforms. So this is an opportunity, a chance. Probably you know something about it, but we'll go further. The mezzanine financing is a kind of hybrid between the debt and equity. It's not common in Brazil, but very common in the United States. I don't know if it's common in India, but is a mixed kind that where you give equity and also you borrow money and you have to repay. Just like the mezzanine means a middle floor between the ground and the ceiling that does not cover the whole floor. These financing models falls in between the loans and the equity selling. When you don't, you need a lot of money. You don't want to sell equity, a lot of equity. You can use this hybrid between debt and equity. And mezzanine loans, unlike other secured loans, are not backed by collateral or guarantees or properties. Instead, in the case of mezzanine loan, the lender can gain equity or convert to ownership of the borrower's company in the event of failure of repayment of the loan. So you are giving the right to the lender of equity in your company, and also you are assuming a debt that you need to repay, but the lender is also your partner because he now has equity in your company. So this partnership could be interesting differently from an exclusive loan where you just get the money and repay with interest. You get a partner that is interested in your success. In other words, if you are considering of obtaining mezzanine finance, you should be ready to offer equity of your property or your real estate project as collateral, as guarantee. Of course, the lender is interested in your company and not in interest, and not in receive the interest. And you have to have this in mind. This is an opportunity to get more money without giving more equity. You can give this kind of financial raising raise from 5 to 15% of equity. This is maybe 5% could be interesting, but you have to be a good evaluated business to get this kind of money. During the very first stages of your business, pursuing mezzanine financing may not be right for you. However, once your company is up and running, you may feel the need to pursue substantial growth, more money, giving not proportional equity. If you do not want to, or you are unable to use cash flow to fund such a growth stage, traction stage, mezzanine financing may be the right option for you. Mezzanine financing is generally appropriate for startups that are relatively secure and profitable. it's the next stage from the early stage. I think that post-seed money may be profitable in a later stage of operations. And remember, there is no one-size-fits-all answer to financing, because each contract will be different, because every startup is different. And of course, a lawyer could be very important in making this kind of arrangements of mezzanine financing. Bridge loans are similar but not equal. Bridge loans help to solve a variety of short-term. The mezzanine financing probably is used as something to use for 5 years, 6 years, for 5, 6 years, while bridge loans is used to be contracted by some months, maybe when you have a schedule or a cap table, when you are round A, and I know that at the end of the next year I will be in a round B investments, so I can get some cash to grow quickly, to be ready for the next round of investments. Bridge loans are structured as a short-term financing. There must be one motivation, of course, for the lender. Otherwise, lenders have little to no incentive to make the bridge loan to the risky startup company. So which would be this motivation? To compensate the lender, these bridge loans offer the option to convert the loans into equity. So the first time you don't give equity, you are borrowing money, but the warranty is your warranty, your collateral is the equity, the right to buy in the next round of financing, because you are between one round investment and the next one. So probably you will give this next round of investment as a collateral. Is very risky. That's why the interest rates are very high in this kind of bridge loans. And the interest rate on a bridge loan is generally lower when you have a very, very, very profitable company with a very, very valuation, positive valuation. This is where you can get lower interest. But usually, as bridge loans are not are so common like the other loans, the traditional loans, usually the rates are higher for the companies that are not profitable and are not profitable yet, and the companies that have a valuation that is not positive in terms of growing, in fast growing. But usually is structured to allow to investor to receive shares in the next round of financing at a discount. I have an example in the next screen. These bridge loans are also often structured as interest-only loans with no regular payment of principal. This could be interesting for the entrepreneur, because you are, for some months, you won't be necessary to pay the principal. You just pay the interest. And of course, it's interesting if you are sure that you will have more investment, or you will have a very, very fast growing tax in the next months, or your revenue will grow fastly and you can pay the principal in the time contracted. So bridge loans is similar but not equal, and this is the example. One business is a startup growing very fast, and they need to borrow large sum in order to meet their orders, take on new premises, and hire more staff. they got $500,000 from a round of investment, but they need actually $1 million to accomplish the growing plan. By borrowing 500,000, the other 500,000 as a bridge loan, they are able to take on new employees and meet customers' demand, and by securing the loan on their new, bigger office. Of course, if they knew, they build or buy the new, bigger office. On the next round of investment, they will repay the lender. If they don't repay, of course, in the contract, they must give some kind of equity that could be real estate in this big office, or something that they give as it's not a collateral like the first one. Or of course, is a collateral, is a guarantee that you give, but you can expect to find some kind of ways, maybe different ways, like growing your revenue, or getting more investment in your new round of investment, or maybe if you have other kinds of financing and raising money to pay or to repay this bridge loan, could be interesting, because you can get this money fast and they are short term. So it's a kind of something to use for a short term and to solve a problem that you have right now. This is the idea of bridge loans. Right now, I tell about a short term, I tell him about maybe weeks or few months, and not much more than 1 year or 2 years. For more time, you will look for other kind of financing. And finally, the IPO, that of course everybody knows what it is, but it's for, of course, the later stage of growing of your company is to IPO, and the initial public offer is the process to offering shares of a private company to the public in a new stock issuance. An IPO allows a company to raise capital from public investors. The transition from a private to a public company can be an important time. It gives you a lot of reputation as a public company. Of course, people want to work for you because you are you have your stocks in the New York Stocks Exchange. In Brazil, in B3, it's an important moment to a company to open and to be public. Of course, the investors need to believe that your company will grow. You give back to them the things, the money that they are investing with a lot of gains, of course. And the investors, you know, when the investors want more than you have of stocks to buy, of course, the stocks raise price, and this is good for the founders of the company. They can get some premium revenue from this sharing. And this is what is interesting for people to IPO, to open the shares in the stock exchange. So IPO, we have an example right now. Don't tell anybody, but probably Nubank will IPO soon. Everybody knows about it, but it's not a gossip.
Exactly.
But Nubank is a very interesting case, because if you think that Itaú, one of the five most important banks in Brazil, they have 80 years old of existence here, and they have a valuation of 55 or so billion dollars, and Nubank is looking for $100 billion in New York Stock Exchange.
And you get it.
Yeah.
Probably you get it.
And they have just 8 years old of life. It's amazing. Well, it's very, very, very surprising to me. I knew Nubank was growing fast, but I didn't figure this kind of growing and this kind of money could be give to a 8 years old company startup from Brazil, from Latin America. Probably will be the most value paid for a company in Latin America. I think I didn't read it, but I think that is a very huge IPO. And it's AMA time. Ask me anything you want about this and about what kind of help I could do to you. This is
nice.
How I told some kind of things are basic. Of course, you are you know it all. Oh, we have Deborah. Deborah Vargas is here. Deborah, do you want to introduce yourself? For me, probably your colleagues know you, but I want to know you also.
Hi, Elio. I wasn't able to join before, but I was in a meeting. I am from Londrina, Paraná. Very excited to be part of this program, and I will have to watch the video to see everything I missed before entering the call today.
Okay, if you want, please tell about your education status, your professional experience, and what do you have in mind within this program.
So I actually my major was tourism and hotel management, but since I graduated, I started working with education. So I've been working in the education field for close to 10 years now. And this has been all my professional experience. Today, I work with B2B. So I represent a few English solutions, high school, middle school English platforms, some exchange programs for schools around Brazil. And because I represent a solution, what I have in mind with this program is creating my own app for an English method. I know that there are a lot of programs, a lot of methods in the market today to learn languages, especially English, but I haven't found one that really fulfill all of my needs or all of my ideas.
Okay, thank you, Deborah. Nice to meet you. And I see that I will ask you if we can have the Ask Me Anything in our next meeting. That will be the next Thursday, September 23rd, because I have other meeting right now, 10:45, and you have a meeting with the Guerreiro. Is correct, Daniela?
Yes, Gustavo Figueroa.
Figueroa.
But yes. But thank you, Professor Elio, for your time and for sharing your knowledge. It's always a great opportunity for all of us. And see you next time. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. See you next Thursday, and write down your notes and their questions too. We will discuss next Thursday.
Yeah, sure.
Have a nice
Thank you.
day. Bye-bye.
You too.
Nice to meet you.